score, Cape Town Stadium, Rugby World Cup Sevens, 22. Hong Kong up against the Ugandans. This is the second bowl semi-final. We've just seen Germany book their place dramatically. The great Michael Ogoroch will captain this Ugandan side. And for Hong Kong, Seb Bryan and Russell Webb will share the duties.
And these teams, a bit of history. Max Denmark, he is a sight to behold playing sevens when he gets going. The big number 8 for Hong Kong. The Challenger Series had drama, as we've just witnessed. Germany managing to scrape the game back. Nick Hogan in charge of this game. Uganda, Hong Kong, two of the teams teetering underneath the top of the World Sevens Series. They'll be wanting to come out here and take this ball down.
Here we go, they go for the short kickoff. Uganda in the orange jerseys, but it's claimed by Hong Kong. Hong Kong, the first Asian team to play in every Rugby World Cup Sevens. And they've been penalized there for not releasing at the breakdown.
Just about getting our wherewithal from that last game. Germany scraping it right at the end. These two teams will want to try and avoid that type of tension.
Well, you rightly say, two great nations here. The Ugandans falling over themselves, literally. Huge part in the very successful Commonwealth Games. Great characters here on the African nation. Have won the African Championship three different times. And then Hong Kong, of course, the home of Sevens rugby in so many ways. And we're looking forward to going back there this year.
They totally are. And Uganda growing their Sevens game. First time they've had the luxury of being full-time Sevens players, and it's showing.
Advantage being played. The left boot, they're going to go long and down the middle. A tactic that a lot of teams are doing. And on the move is the big man, steaming through Max Denmark. And he gets the bounce, and he's going to get the reward. First try for Hong Kong through Max Denmark.
This guy, time and time again, steps it up for Hong Kong. The big number 8. He's got the pace of a wing, the frame of a flanker, and he just backs himself. Look where he comes from, midfield, way behind the ball, puts the chase on, puts a bit of heat on the forward who swings and a miss. He nutmegs himself. Can't keep the ball, but then gets the tap back in, and fair play to Denmark. Hits the turf, keeps the momentum going, takes a whack on the line for his troubles, but gets one on the doors for Hong Kong.
Well, the dream start. Well, the conversion's missed. Composing themselves, Hong Kong will go. A great restart, lasting another high-hanging kick. Just what they want to secure possession. Uganda not able to gather it, have knocked it on.
Kenny was flying high from that lift. Puts his thumbs up to say, sorry about that one, fellas. Paul John looking on.
He's had some success at the World Cup 7 stage, of course, coaching Wales in 2009.
It's no wonder he's turning grey. He has had some serious highs and lows with Hong Kong. So close to that qualifier game. You feel as though every time it was in Hong Kong, the pressure was too much for them.
Yeah, that qualifier to get a core spot on the HSBC World Series. That really is the big difference maker. Uruguay won that right in Santiago last month. Hong Kong now chasing this kick through. Well gathered. The looping run out of his own end. Deciding to come back and regroup. Good Sevens rugby from the Ugandans. Smart rugby. And they've created the overlap. Casito with his hands on it. He's back himself. Still going. The crowd are cheering him on. 22 meters to go. Adrian Casito responds for Uganda.
They're not obliged to put the ball down instantly. Styles making his way back to just politely ask him to. The crowd love it. The supporters back home will be loving it. And Casito, from his own try line, gets chance with a 4-on-1 to cut back off the left, stride through the middle, backs his pace, and Casito takes it to the house.
Well, you can see what inspired those fans in Birmingham recently at the Commonwealth Games. They ended up 8th there, but were really fan favorites. Extra conversion right in front, and that'll give them the lead. Just over 2.5 minutes to play here in the first half of the Bowl semi-final. Uganda kick long. Be careful this doesn't go dead. I think it is just going to trickle over the line. That'll be a scrum midfield. So just...
Well, take the tap on the halfway. Yukam Shing is looking to get on with it.
Here he goes, quick tap. Steps out of one tackle, but then he's racked up. Again, we've said well coached are the Tongans. Sometimes lack that line breaker, someone to open things up. We know Max Denmark can do it, but can others step up and provide the same service? Michael Coverdale has done it on occasion. He puts it through the hands. Seb Bryant passes a little high. McKinley West, it's his first touch. Falls forward. Supports there, and he's just got it back. Looking on the short side, Russell Webb doesn't get any reward. Credit this big Ugandan defense for the moment. So Brian brought down. There's Max Denmark. There's the big left hand that hands it off. Well, looking for some inspiration out of the Hong Kong attack at the moment. Chris McKinley West. Well, here comes the inspiration. It's Denmark through the middle. Oh, big counter ruck.
Just ran into a wall there, Styles. I do like the way Max Denmark's getting involved with this. Down at first receiver, just trying to step through people, get that offload free. Well, that was Norbert Akenye saying, not in here, mate.
Well, we got 6 tries in the challenger competition.
Approach.
Hong Kong got a big win 4 years ago in San Francisco at the World Cup Sevens against Uruguay. Here they go inside the 22. Ankle tap.
Side entry.
Side entry.
Side entry.
By the Ugandans. Another penalty. They're starting to mount up a little bit.
Got to have that discipline, Uganda, giving the ball away to Hong Kong. All too close to their try line. Any half tackle from this far out, and you're going to be conceding.
Well, we've heard the hooter, but because it's a penalty, we will play on to the next stoppage. Set play for Hong Kong, straight off the training pitch. See what develops. Kamshing is brought down, and it's been turned over. It won't end because of the penalty. Quick tap now from Munyani. They're looking to explode. They can change pace very quickly, this Ugandan side.
Especially with this guy.
Dancing with the sideline, keeps it alive. The Foyruth in supporting role, he kicks midfield. Not sure about that tactic, it might pay off. Oh, textbook covering from McKinley West. And they're going to get the ball off the park and start the second half again. Webb's had enough. Well, chances for both sides. Right now at halftime, it is the African nation, Uganda, up 7 points to 5 over Hong Kong. Ugandan coaching staff, of course, Tolbert and Nyago, the head coach, very experienced, played a lot of his rugby for Kenya. Been coaching this side now for over 10 years.
A lot of Ugandan media and support feel that this year was their year. The Challenger Series so close, that heartbreak against Germany, that took them a fair while to get over. People like Philip Walker-Rat's just in shot here. Pivotal to the success of this team. Concentrate on their sevens.
Talking about this thing, man. Every time. Let's sort it out. Let's get this
little more calm in the huddle for Paul John the Welshman over this Hong Kong group. Indication of how much possession Hong Kong have had, just haven't turned it into points.
1, 2.
Well, there really is, as you said, Rob, a great following for the Ugandan Sevens rugby scene. And it is Uganda up at halftime here at Cape Town Stadium. Rugby World Cup Sevens ball semi-final.
Good.
The powerful lifting pod there for Uganda. See if the kick comes their way. The left boot of Russell Webb hangs it right high. Awkward lift, but a clean take. Uganda skipping out wide. And why not when this man causes so many problems for the defense? Philip Walker-Roach. Nice reverse ball in there for his cousin, Michael.
Well, Simon Foyworth not able to hold it though, but disappointed with that. You combine the three players, Michael Okorach, Philip Okorach, and Aaron Foyworth, usually you're going to have some success.
Subs. 12.
Yeah, the Walker-Roach boys play for the Heathens. And we mentioned the quality of Ugandan Sevens. The Rujumba Sevens just finished last weekend. None of these players could play because they're heading to the World Cup. But they're competing clubs, the Heathens and the Cobs. And it was indeed the Cobs who lifted the trophy. Congratulations to them, winning the Rujumba Sevens.
Huge domestic sevens in Uganda.
5.
And they're really growing their game.
Yeah. Let him get his bite up there. Yeah. It's the one we said you get, yeah. Crouch.
Here we go.
5. Sit.
Clean ball. Hong Kong, as we said, have had a lot of their hands on the ball, but they needed this kind of incursion. Provided there with great footwork from Harry Sayers, fresh off the bench. Poor pass behind has killed the momentum for the moment. The Ugandan's able to set up the defensive wall. Spinning around is Callum McCulloch.
Holding on.
He just held on a little bit too long.
Well, Foyworth is pumped. Usually he's the catalyst for attacking play. At the moment, he's all defence. Last 5 penalties, 3 against Hong Kong, 2 Uganda. McCulloch, culprit there on that last one.
Well, with only the conversion as the advantage, Uganda happy to take the line out. This is the great, but finally, Rob, something to open it up.
What a step that was. Lovely left foot, throws another one for good measure, gets him behind, but then it's a Foyworth taking him down. Very low scoring game so far. Usually a game of sevens, you're averaging about 26, 28 points. So way down on that, still feels quite a bit of life left in this game.
Okay, sloppy line out.
Yeah. Lock on the line out first.
Well, he said yeah, because it's a great part of the refereeing system as they get help from their assistant officials on the sideline. There's really 3 sets of eyes out there, plus the TMO. So he's getting a bit of feedback from his, what we used to call touch judge there.
Yeah, exactly, and it's such a frenetic game. You need all help you can. 3-dimensional rugby, lots going on the field, every single ruck situation. You could penalise something.
So the referees courteously not only have an earpiece in to hear from their officials, but also wear the microphone, which just helps us and allows them to be really a third commentator, especially on the sevens game. That one's gone straight to hand. Huge miss for Hong Kong. It's going to be turned into points for Uganda. Under the post for Norbert Okene, straight off the bench, straight in the try zone.
Well, he's backed it up sensationally in the last game. He's got the crowd going again once more. Norbert Okene, all smiles amongst his countrymen, and rightly so. This is a gift he will love to receive. Off he goes. You got the full crowd enjoying your moves. You got the pistons flying. The smiles are on the face, and the crowd adding the decibels.
That one is easy for Philippe Walker. Party time. Will that be enough? A 9-point advantage. Hong Kong needing 2 scores. Massive kick. Floating for Uganda. It's been knocked forward for the moment. It'll be a scrum to Hong Kong.
That was a monster restart. Philip Wakarach, he's got all court game. You'd think for money, Wakarach could have caught the ball rather than trying to whack it back on the inside.
Here we are.
The ball's up for ages. It's over the lifting pod. 2 hands on that one, and he is flying down the wing.
5.
Yeah, vastly experienced. Wakarach played his 30th major event in Birmingham at those Commonwealth Games. Hong Kong, 2 minutes to work here. Need to be a little bit more direct. And this man's provided the greatest inspiration, really, Harry Sayers. So Brian wrapped up. The referee not happy there.
Back of the shoulder, never wrapped at the clean out.
There's a lot of people watching that might think that's an old school big clear out. McCulloch flew in with a hell of a thump, but he wasn't perceived to be in control, and the referee said it was a shoulder hit with no wrap. And I get it, he's not staying on his feet. That's a hell of a clear out.
We also talk about this, the defender pulling away and not allowing you to hit something. There's an element of that there. The matador, as it's being called, where you kind of pull the cape away from them, there's nothing to hit.
And these laws have really been accentuated in the last few months, but you might have 10, 15 years of experience of really clattering that, thinking it's okay to, so it's a bit of time to adjust.
It won't matter now. That one's gone forward off the Ugandan hand. The crowd thought he was free for his second, but they'll bring it back.
Sorry about that. Kasigo with a lovely touch. Nudged it off the foot. What a shame that was pulled back.
Thank you. Time will come back on this up scrum.
The bobbling ball doesn't always need to be passed. Check this one out. Right foot, thank you very much. That is a touch.
Time on. Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Hong Kong need a miracle. They need 2 scores. As you said, Sayers off the bench has been at least energetic. The offload not quite to hand. Good pressure from Uganda. Nice tackle there from Casito. He's done it in attack and he's doing it in defense there. Wrapping around. Seb Bryan, the skipper, he's given it his all. It's knocked down by Uganda. Surely that's a penalty, but they've got their hands on it. The hooter sounds here.
Ball is out.
And the referee deemed that one to be out as well, so.
Not rolling away, 5.
With that penalty, they're going to attack quickly. That's the spirit of this Ugandan side. They want to score. More tries.
Kick it out.
The cartoon slip out there. Hong Kong, one last chance. That one's gone forward off a hand. It'll be a penalty. I don't really think it should be a yellow here, but it will be. So, into the injury time, as it were. 7 Hong Kong players against 6 Ugandans.
I guess that's why you get the crowd on your side. Loved around the world. The game's over, but they still want to play.
This is it. Great spirit. Denmark looking out wide, but also went off the right foot, and nobody bought it. Not least of which was the big man.
5, too slow.
Who has been superb in this one, Philippe Wakarach. Another steal.
Good.
And another pass. They're going to kick it out eventually through the back. And the Ugandan fans will go nuts. Maybe the Kenyans will as well. African Brotherhood down here. Exhausted players. But a big win for Uganda over Hong Kong. 14 points to 5. Well, lots more of these scenes to come. The fans are really enjoying the World